Hi everybody, it's Christine Bertram coming to you live from the Hive on Thursday morning. It is June 15th. We're officially into the middle of March, you guys. No, March, oh my gosh. I looked at my light and I got distracted by the light. It's actually June. And you know why I said March? I know why I said March because I was thinking it was the 15th, and in my head I said the Ides of March because I'm like, oh, it's the 15th, but it's June. So just wake up, right? You guys, we're here on a Thursday morning, and I've learned to not do as many morning classes because I'm not awake. I think the night owls can relate with me that it's hard to be awake in the morning when you're used to always being up late. So we're actually in June, you guys. We're halfway through June now, and just in a few moments, we will be halfway through the year. Hi, Mary Ellen Ryan. Hi, Susie Stocks. I was just getting worried because I'm like, nobody's commented yet. Am I live? Because that would be quite how it goes today. So, yay, we're here. And I have a couple people watching. Yay. So we're doing the kit class, you guys. The kit is called Boho Beach, and I'm not even sure what it all entails. I know it's cards because I did see that it's cards, but I haven't even opened the box. You guys, we're going to put this together and you're going to learn. What I've learned is that you're going to learn from my errors if I make any. Hi, Linda Hall, which I probably will. Hi, Bonnie Kemen from sunny Ohio. We have a dreary-ish day. I don't know, you guys can't really see out the windows so well, but it looks like overcast to me. It's not bright and sunshiny, and that's all right. We're inside. I have long sleeves on, you guys. I actually started off with a t-shirt, and then when I went out to get my mail, I'm like, it's a little bit cool out. I think it's going to be cooler in the Hive. So I went and switched and put on a long sleeve. Hi, Carissa. You hate mornings too. Hi, Dawn Applet. Yeah, you guys, the morning. Wow, whoever's watching this video from the beginning is probably thinking, well, what was she on? And you know what? It's not what I'm not on. It's not what I'm on. It's what am I not on? And that's caffeine. You guys, I haven't had my morning caffeine. And I know Carissa doesn't even drink caffeine. She doesn't have anything caffeine related usually at all. So I'm like, I just got to get to a point where I don't operate with caffeine. But that's too hard right now, you guys. Oh, so we have a kit class, and I'm excited. We're going to give away the cards that I wasn't able to give away yesterday. So I had class yesterday at 1, you guys. Some of you were with me live, and I appreciate you being with me. I'm going to flip this up and over. We had some technological difficulties, and then it wasn't even crazy difficulties. It was just stupid difficulties. I got a little error that popped up on my screen, and it said, broadcast error, what do you want to do? And it was 3 choices: end the broadcast, continue recording, or try to recover the problem. And in a split second, I made a decision, and I said, continue recording, because I'm like, yeah, I want to continue recording because I got to keep going. And in the end, I should have picked try to recover the broadcast. And this has happened a couple times in the past. Hi, Wendy Tick. It's happened a couple times in the past. And the first 2 times I hit continue recording and I realized, oh shoot, that's probably not the best decision. So I should have hit recover the broadcast, because then hopefully it would have kept it going. And that's what I did the last time it had happened. So now I know, take a deep second, like a deep breath, take a second and pick the bottom one. And so what happened is I had to finish the video and upload it as a video in YouTube, so it's not in the live section. The complete video isn't in the live section. So what does that mean? That means if you're looking for the video for these 3 cards yesterday, you guys, so this is the Naturally Gilded class, and I still have availability in case anybody is looking for this class. I still have a handful of kits left, but if you're looking for it, you can't go in. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. You can't look for it in the it's in the videos section. So like the last time we had a video was from 8 months ago, and it was Kelly doing a technique Thursday. So it made it into the uploaded videos section. So when you're in my channel, there's videos, and that's where you'll find the full video, and then there's live. And we've been doing all of our videos in the live section since October 4th of last year. So it's gonna be split then. So if you come here to the live, you're gonna see that I have it here. It's here for the first hour and 37 minutes. Oh, I never hit the like button. Oh, I did hit the like button. But what happens when you go into the discussion, where is it? Hang on, we got to find it. I'm going to show you Oh, no. Yeah, so hang on one moment, please. I'm looking for the verbiage. Oh, here. When you hit more. Ah, it's so small. When you hit see more there, when you click on more, we want to see more, and then more again, like the cliffs of more, we want to see more. The video cuts out at a hour 37. I wrote that in here. Catch the full video here. And I embedded a link that if you are watching this one and you're like, oh man, what happened? You can catch, all you have to do is click on that link and it'll take you right into the full one. So, and then what happens is you can fast forward to like an hour 37 because it cut out at an hour 37, and then you can watch the last half hour of it. So just all of that in a nutshell in case you guys didn't know all that and you missed out on yesterday and you still need to do the class. So it's there, just in bits and parts. All right, so again, I do have availability in case anybody wants to do these. I think mine turned out really good. I have to show you mine. Let me go get them really quick. Hang on. I went into the class super anxious and nervous. Not really. A little bit though. Like just a little bit, because I'm like, gosh, I haven't blended in a while with you guys and I want to make these cards as pretty as the samples, right? So I think there's what I have. There's the sample. Because Carissa, when I work with Carissa has the honor of doing all of our blending because she's so good at it. And so there's mine, and this was what Carissa blended. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty close. And then this is what Carissa blended, and then that's what I blended. And I think they're pretty close as well, you guys. Yay! So I was excited. And you guys, hi Carmen Sanders. And you guys didn't get to see me. Well, I just learned that I love live videos with you guys. I love the interaction. I love watching your comments. I love you guys popping in and saying hi. I love interacting with you. And I realized for that 30 minutes of doing the rest of the video by myself, it was very boring in my head. And I'm like, well, what can I talk about? And what can I, I'm like, was Tigger going to make a little appearance? And because when I'm with you guys, I can talk to you while I work on stuff, and it just makes it more fun for me as well. So I realized that I am not one that would ever pre-record videos and put them out there. It's live and scheduled, or it's procrastinating and not done. So awesome. All right. So another thing too, we got the third round of product shares done yesterday. Judy Immel came in yesterday. Thank you, Judy Immel. We had 4 more that went in the mail yesterday, which was awesome. I do have my samples in case anybody wanted to see what we have, what the product share consisted of. I have my sample here in case anybody wants to see it. I would have the ability to pull together, I think, 1 more ribbon and 1 more embellishment in case anybody is interested. Otherwise, these are and they're my samples here, so I can show you guys what they look like. Hi Suzanne, glad to catch me live as well. So this was what our embellishment share looked like. It gives you a sampling of all of the embellishments, and this was our sample that we like to show people, but I'm at the point where I'm wrapping up my shares, and I would be willing to, this one could be sold. So I'd like to keep it on standby here in case people are asking me what all the different shares look like. That's what the embellishment looks like. So that one, if I don't sell my sample here, my personal sample, I would definitely, I'm going to most likely give it away as a prize at my team meeting or as an incentive for my team meeting. And then again, this is the ribbon. So there's a swatch of all the ribbons. So there's either 2 yards or 1 yard, depending on the roll. Like this pecan pie one has only 5 yards in it instead of 10. So you get 1 yard, but 2 yards, and I think 2 yards are the majority, except for these little 3, the pink, the blue, and the yellow. And again, this is my sample that I kept on standby here to show people what the ribbon share looks like, but it is definitely a perfect condition one that in case somebody does want to purchase it. Otherwise, again, it would be a great team incentive that I can always use. Or for me, if I'm running short on ribbon, you guys, and for kidding, I can always do that. But these would be available in case anybody is still interested. And then I'm done. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. Then I'm done with product shares, you guys. I think we did amazing with the product shares. We did 3 rounds. The first round by far was the biggest. And the second round was, I think, 10. And then this round we did 4. So Pretty cool that we went through all that. My DSP samplers are officially gone as well, you guys. They are all sold out. So I'm excited to say that that can close that chapter of our book as well. So what are we doing tonight? So we're going to be doing the kit here momentarily, but just to give you guys a heads up, coming tonight is the Let's Go Fishing class. And I don't have any left of this kit, you guys. It sold out already last week, Wednesday night. So I could have easily made 12 more, but I have to keep moving on because we're on to the next thing. And so the PDF tutorial for this class, in case anybody misses out on the actual card kits, the tutorial will be in the online store tomorrow morning. But this is what we're doing tonight. So just wanted to put that out there into the universe. And also what we did, just to let people know too, in case they missed it this week, we did this class on Monday morning, and Diane has one left now. She made 4 extra for my online people, in case anybody missed out, and 3 people already took the 3 of them, and there's 1 left, in case anybody still wanted to get in on the Ladybug class. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. I would love to purchase a ribbon. Oh, Wendy. Okay. Well, they would be yours then. So in case anybody is watching or listening at the moment, I'm going to be working with Wendy to take those off of my hands. So Wendy, please send me an email, chrismbertram@msn.com, and we will coordinate that for you. So I'm putting your name on them, and we will call that chapter of our book then wrapped up as well. Yay. All right. So the other thing is, hopefully this video doesn't cut out. I have the 7 cards that I was going to announce winners for yesterday afternoon. I'll announce those winners at the end of this class. And also tonight we're going to be doing the drawing for the Share, Create, Inspire card class that we did last week. So I'll have those names all listed out, and we'll do that drawing tonight along with the door prize drawing. And we'll have more cards to give away tonight too. We're rocking and rolling through our cards. Yay, I'm so excited. All right, you guys, are you ready to put a kit together? I sure hope so. This is the new kit for June. Stampin' Up! Has been coming out, I would say, pretty verbatim with a new kit every month since sometime last year. I can say in my head, I think it was probably at least a year now that they've been coming out with a new kit, trying to appeal to people who like easier projects, something that you could take and craft on the fly. If you're going to be waiting in the hospital for somebody who's having surgery, or if you're going traveling and on vacation and you want to make and work on some crafting and have some cards available for people who go to like the south for 3 or 4 months. I don't think a lot of people go up to the north for the winter, but if you go, like if you're a snowbird and you go south and you want to take some crafting projects with you, then you would have cards to send out. They're great for, there's lots of reasons that kits come in handy. Also, if you're a demonstrator and you're first starting out and you don't have a lot of supplies, but you want to get your friends together and start building your business, kits are a great way to get started, because you purchase a kit for somebody, like you could do 1 kit for 2 people and they could split it, but all of the materials are basically contained in the kit, and so it helps that you don't have to have a lot of supplies when you're first getting started out, but it gives people the crafting experience. So hi, Sarah New. I think I've been doing this kit class now every kit since January. So the January one ended up being in February, and then we made it up in February. But these kits are in the online store only. You won't find them in the catalog. So if you're looking at stampinup.com, you want to go to the kits collection, and you'll see what they have for availability. The availability changes as it's like an ebb and flow thing. So they might have one now, and then they might not have it next week if they sell out. And if they are going to be bringing it back in, it'll still be in the online store. If they are going to be discontinuing it, they just take it out. So you just have to check the online store for availability to know if it's there. Hi, Sherry Martin, and thanks for sharing. So this one is called the Boho Beach Kit. It's right in time for summer for, I think, a lot of people here in the Northern Hemisphere because we're just going into our summer. And so it's a very beach-inspired theme. I am not sure what I know I looked at the picture, you guys. It looked very, it made me feel like I wanted to be on a beach, and it looked very, very casual, beachy inspired. And so I think I might Aunt Marge when I see this kit, because it's got her turquoises and teals, I think, if what I remember correctly. You can get this if you're placing an online order, and you get over $45. So like if you add this kit and then you get over $45, you could also pick out a different online class with me. So always make sure if you're placing an order with me to get a class for free that you put that host code on there. When I flip the camera down, you'll see my host code, but know that if you if that one doesn't work because I've closed it out since you've maybe been watching this video, because it's always current on the day that I'm live, but sometimes I close those workshops out within a day or two or a week, and then I start a new one. My website has my current host code all the time. I take them to California when I go there for the summer. That is perfect, Mary Ellen. Yes, I love that. They pack easy, and I'll show you here. When you open the box, there's actually a lot of space in it, and you can actually fit more, or you could repack it as the contents take up a lot less space. So here, if I drop down, you guys, this is where you can find my information, my email, my website, my phone number, my current host code. And again, if you are trying to put in this current host code, always just go to my website and find the more current one. But as of today, that one's current. And I got myself a brand new purple marker, you guys, and it's awesome. It writes so much better than the orange one that I had. And this orange one, I should throw that away because it doesn't work as well as it used to. It got tried out. But look at this pretty fine tip, a wet erase marker. Perfect. So you guys, I'm so excited about the small stuff like that because you can actually read it. All right, so it comes in this box, and you can see here that there's a lot of space here. There is a stamp set that's included. So sometimes kits are all inclusive, meaning they have the stamps and the ink, and sometimes they're not all inclusive, meaning that you could potentially purchase a stamp set and your ink separately. And so there's a lot of room in the box in case you are wanting to pack a few of them. You could probably put 2 in this box or repackage them into different packaging. All right, and then what happens is you get a little baby ink spot. And so you could start to get a little collection of these. Now I like to save those, and I'm gonna go grab my big one. I didn't even know what color was in here, but it's pecan pie. And I have that right here. I'm all set for tonight's class, and tonight's class uses pecan pie. Well, it's not, so my friends from the South, they don't say it's pecan because you pee in a can. So they've always said to us it's pecan. So, and it also includes a block. So let's open this up, and I'm gonna open it up from that side. So a pecan pie. It's kind of reminds me, if you don't have pecan pie, or you're not about getting the new ink pads quite yet, it's very similar to baked brown sugar. There was a color called baked brown sugar back in the day. All right, it includes little baby glue dots. Like, these are smaller than the normal glue dots that they have. So these come in really handy when you're gluing on little baby embellishments. So sometimes I won't use the small ones, and I'll save them for when I need to glue on, like the sequins sometimes need that, like little baby embellishments instead of using liquid glue. Little baby glue dots instead of liquid glue. All right, cardboard. I save my cardboard, you guys. I save all my cardboard for shipping out your packages, and sometimes they need some extra support. So that's what I do with my cardboard. I repurpose it for shipping. It comes with instructions. And it comes with, let's see here, there's a block in this little bag. I even save these little bags for shipping things, you guys. It came with some big dimensionals. Those are the bigger size. So we can use those. And the difference with the block here and the block that you would normally get from Stampin' Up! When you buy the blocks is the size. And I know that's what I've heard from people in the past, that these blocks are fine, but when you go to ink them, if you're holding your hand like this, and if you have claws like me now, like, you get your fingers in them. And so what's nice about the big blocks from Stampin' Up! Is that they have this ridge for you to hold, and then they have the height, so you're not getting your fingers in the ink. If you're using a block like this one, and you have a stamp on here, sometimes it's easier to ink upside down and hold the ink pad like that versus going like this and getting your fingers, because you can see, like, you get your fingers in the ink. All right, so I will probably be using this one instead of this one, and I'm going to put that one back in its bag because, you know what, I have a team meeting coming up, and that would be a good prize because any block that works is a good block, but I don't always need more of the thin block. So team meeting, you guys, coming up. If you're a Be Happy stamper, it's on my radar now. We have a team meeting on the 25th of June, right after our team swap party. And that's a week and a half away, and I'm going to start planning prizes for the meeting. All right, so these could actually be a perfect little prize for the meeting. All right, so we have our instructions here. It looks like we're making 2 different designs of cards. The envelopes are so cool in these kits because they like put design on the envelope. We got sit back and relax, enjoy your day. Perfect for birthday cards, you guys. I use these too when I send out my birthday cards. Drop something on the floor. I send out monthly birthday cards. So for those of you that are customers to me that either take my classes, if you buy product from me, or if you're on my team and you have not given me your birthday card, I encourage you to tell me your birthday and month. You don't have to tell me the year, but I do have a birthday card club, and I send out birthday cards on a monthly basis. I usually send out between 20 and 30 cards every month. So this kit is actually perfect for that, because all of these could be birthday cards. And so my mom helps me do my birthday cards. She helps me write out the slips. And if you're in my birthday card club, and there's really not much you have to do being in the club except for tell me when your birthday is, be a customer, either paying for classes or buying product, or you're on my team. My mom and I put the cards together, and we put them in a bigger envelope like this, and then you get a card. So basically I'm giving you a birthday card as a gift. So, all right, so birthday cards, that's okay. We're back on you guys, I divert. Can you tell I get so excited about stuff? So instructions. We always say this. It's always important to read the instructions before we get started so that we know what we're doing. I think last time I had to redo something on every card because of the shaker part of it. And I'm like, oh man, if I would have just looked at it first. The other thing I like to call out too is when they do kits like this, they usually include either an embellishment or a ribbon. So in this case, there's linen thread, and that's the embellishment, and no real embellishment in terms of a gem or something sparkly. So in this case, the linen thread is that. And I've learned that my friend Jen helps out with the paper pumpkins, and she explained that to me once. So what do we have here? We have little die cut pieces. We've got some things that get stamped. We've got foliage, okay? I'm just trying to make sure I get everything caught before. Okay, so when it says here, there's a block with an ink, that means there's stamping involved. And so if you look at the stamps, there's a stamp on here, or stamp here, that looks like sand to me, 2 foliages, enjoy your day, and sit back and relax. And so I see that the sentiments definitely will get stamped there, and then it's like they stamped the the sand on the beach here. All right, and we'd want to do that before we go ahead and start assembling. And then when you see little dots like this on like the die cut pieces, those are dimensionals, the mini glue dots. Those little dots represent the little glue dots, but I like to use liquid glue, so I most likely will probably use that instead. Here it's saying we need to stamp on, I'm saying this all out loud, you guys, because if you're like me, sometimes you just go at it and then you miss things. So I'm trying to read out loud so we all get it straight. We're stamping on the sand here. Here it's looking like ribbon gets wrapped around there before that gets put down. All right, so this one seems really straightforward. Excuse me, you guys know I got my morning frogs. So, all right, and what I like to do here is we'll get everything prepped and ready. So we're gonna pop the pieces out. Now these outside pieces, if you have a purpose for them, I know some people like to create and use absolutely everything from a kit. So they could cut these apart and use them as like little side. Like if you have like an edge of a card, you could add it on the side here, like something like that. You could add it as decoration coming out the edge of a card. So there's always purpose for the scraps if you want there to be a purpose. So we got our little beach chairs here, and then there's some ferns. You got to be careful popping these out. Normally I'd pop these out at the same time, but this stuff is kind of delicate and I don't want to break anything. And what happens is they're kind of attached in a few spots, and so you just have to finagle them out of here and gently pull them out. Kind of wiggle it back and forth, being careful not to rip them in spots that they shouldn't be ripped. All right, so we've got 2. Now this, I could see this being super cool. You could use this as a template for blending or sponging. So if you put this onto a piece of paper, let's see if I can find, like, for example, like, oh man, that flew through the air with the greatest of ease. And where did it go is a good question. Oh, oh man, I saw something fly, you guys. What flew? I don't, oh, there, this guy. Okay. It flew and then it landed up and down in the back and I could not see it. Okay, so this could be used as a template. If you take something white and you put this over it, you could take a sponge dauber and sponge ink over this and you'd get a cool textured leaf looking thing in the background. You could use those as backgrounds. All right, let's keep going on these. And it looks like they gave us 5 of this one, which means that there's probably an extra one. It definitely does look like baked brown sugar to me. All right, and then here's our chair. And some more of these foliages. So foliage to me, you guys, that's anything leafy like. Anything that grows from the ground that has leaves is usually, I refer to it as foliage. So when you guys get instructions from me, I always say foliages, do this to the foliages. Look at these envelopes. All right, so you got the 8 envelopes. They are identical. All 8 look to be the same. You've got the watery look on the outside here, and then the back, it's decorated. Oh, I love it, because in the beginning, you know, they would, not in the beginning, but in the past, they would decorate the inside. And it looks cool to the person who is putting the card in the envelope, but you don't see it when you are opening the envelope. They cut the envelope open, and then you never really see that cool decoration. So I'm very excited to see the outside of these envelopes decorated. Awesome. Most definitely going to get this kit. Do they have refills for these kits like paper pumpkins? No, I don't think so, Wendy. I feel like when they do the kits like this, I feel like it's like this every time. You would always get the stamps. Now, somebody might have a better answer for me, but I don't remember seeing the kits. But if there is, that's a good question. That's a very good question. So what I would do to kind of help answer that question is I would go to Stampin' Up's website and go to the kits collection. And I would just casually look through here to see if they have any other kits for other refills. And so what you do is you go to kits collection, and this would be a good way to see. They have card kits, crafting kits. So a crafting kit is like that frame. Here's the Boho Beach kit. And so here's, like last month, you guys, we did the confetti birthday. There's French and English. So Forever Friends, this kaleidoscope is out. It's looking like they're not, like they have the English and the French version, but not refills for kits. Okay, so I would say my answer would probably be no, there isn't a refill. I would be awesome because, you know, if you buy 3 of these kits, you're going to end up with 3 sets of stamps, 3 little spots, and that's just how it goes. So I'm thinking there aren't. But I completely, yeah, it would be cool if some of these would. So we're going to just take all of these and fold them. Because when I do the kit class here with you guys, I make all of them. And I want to show you how fast and easy it is to make all of these. Like, it's like you feel really rewarded at the end. It's like, oh my gosh, I made 8 cards. All in like a short. So you can choose to, so here's the thing I like to do also, you guys. I'm going to hold these all at the same time. Talk about burnishing 8 at one time, right? Instead of doing them all individually, I just did it a few more times. And then if you're wondering, oh, did the middle ones get it or not, you could flip them to the outside. So I like to do all of these cards with you to show you that you can get all of them done at the same time rather quickly if you know how you want to use them. But the other thing is, maybe you're like, I just need 1 card, and I know I need it to be a birthday, so I'm only making 1. Because I don't know, maybe I want to use these for thinking of you, or a retirement, or something different. That's okay, you guys. When you get these kits, it's completely up to you how you want to put them together. You don't have to do it my way. You could do it your way, and however you want to. And you can do it while you're on the highway. People take kits driving with them. And they work on them while their husbands or significant others or whoever, kids, you know, or there's somebody else is driving, I should say, and they work on them. I get motion sickness while I'm in the car if I'm looking down too long. I have a certain amount of time that I can look at things like my phone before I start to get nauseous. So I could never work on kits in the car, but anybody else could probably do it if they don't get motion sickness. So I'm just going to continue to pop out the rest of these things that we need here. All right, so we got, these must be our shells. They are a wild wheat. If I had to guess, that is wild wheat for our shells. All right, so we got all of our bits and parts ready to go. We're gonna put this stuff off to the side and not lose it. And we're gonna work on doing our stamping first. All right, and I'm gonna stamp sentiments first because that seems like an easy thing to get done. And I'm gonna stamp those. So we need our piercing mat because these are photopolymer stamps. And we're gonna grab a smaller block. That's the other good thing too about having some other stamps. So in case you are newer to stamping and you like kits because it's great and easy, you might still consider getting some smaller blocks. I have found that when you use teeny tiny stamps on really big blocks is when you get halos or it's not as easy to stamp. And don't be afraid to put your stamps on crossways on your block because sometimes when they're this way, they go really close to the ends and it's not easy to read them. The other thing you could do is put your stamp down on the mat here and then pick it up because it'll keep the form of the stamp versus you putting it down, it might take on a different shape. Okay, so we have here sit backs. What does the other one say? Enjoy your day. I think, you know what? Because I know I want to use these. Oh, it is enjoy your day. Ha ha ha. Okay, I want to use these all as birthday cards. So I definitely, you guys are giving me a good excuse here to make birthday cards. So I'm going to use enjoy your day. We're going to stamp on the bottom. Oh, that looks really nice. Okay, so I like to practice the stamp first and kind of use it one time to make sure it looks good. There's going to be ribbon on the side here. So I want to make sure I don't stamp it too far to the right. It kind of looks like it's centered right in the middle here. And so that's where I'm going to go with this. So enjoy your day. And then we're going to do the other three. I feel for some reason there's 5 and we don't need 5. So I'm going to set that off to the side. And it can be used for something else later in life. I always tell people, make something pretty with it. All right, so there's, oh, so I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to try to get this one up a little bit higher and more straight. And then I think we'll use that one and not that one. So that's why it's nice to have an extra one. All right, so those are stamped. And then we're going to grab these blue ones. And it looks like the little notches are at the bottom. So we're going to put all of them. Oh, there's an extra one of those too. All right, perfect. All right, so we're going to do enjoy your day on this one as well. So that's the nice thing about creating, you guys. You can start with a sample and you can follow it exactly, or you can change it to make it yours for what purpose you need it for. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then this last dude here. Perfect. All right, so we've got all of those. What we'll do is we'll clean this stamp. Well, actually, let's set it off to the side. Oh yeah, we'll use that for the sand then. All right, so we've got all of our inside stamped. Now, the one thing I noticed is because we did enjoy your day all on the outside, I really want it to say happy birthday, right? You could put on the inside sit back and relax, but I'm gonna find a happy birthday stamp that I like, and we're gonna stamp happy birthday in the inside of mine. And I'm gonna go find it, I'm gonna think about it, or I have an audience. And I know that audience probably knows the Stampin' Up! Catalog. Could find me a pretty happy birthday that says happy birthday or like something birthday related. And then what we could do is stamp it on the inside. I'll go grab it and stamp the inside. So we're going to do some sand. So I'm just practicing. And let's look at this to see where our sand needs to go. It looks like it's really hard to see. There's sand down in here on this one. I see it. And it's down in this, oh here, this one shows it better. It's scattered throughout, right? So I'm just gonna nonchalantly stamp a little bit of extra sand. So this is a horizontal card, so let's make sure we got that right. So we're gonna, and this is where you can do first strength and second strength. So that's darker, and then that's a little bit lighter. And it's nice to get that two-tone look. So we're going to do here, oh, artistically inked. Oh, see, that's a little bit dark, but that's okay. I think it's good. Let's pull I feel like we're going to do a few more up here. I like your idea, Dawn. I got to just make sure I have artistically inked down here and not upstairs in my craft room. So I think something like this is going to be enough for me on that one. And so you guys, speaking of artistically inked, that is our order-based class that we're doing next month. So at the end of every quarter, we create a class that we call it our quarterly order-based class. And this one is the first week of July. So the class is always held right after the quarter ends, and it's to help us finish our quarter as strong as we possibly can. So I always just did an online version of this class, and this time Diane Bogenhagen has said she would like to do the in-person version to help her finish her quarter strong. So we designed the cards together with Carissa, and I've been showing them off. I should go grab them when I go get artistically inked. We're just putting like sprinkles everywhere, guys. I'm just randomly going wherever. And then this one is on the bottom. So artistically inked, it could be upstairs or it could be down here. I'm not sure, but we'll go look for it. Hi, Sharon Land. I'm seeing some down over here, so we're going to go there. So it just adds a little bit of extra texture to the bottom of our card here on this one. And so the cards turned out amazing. We're so happy with them. We used Inked Botanicals DSP with the artistically inked, and that designer paper married with the artistically inked stamp set, they turned out great. We're just so amazed with them. We're just yay. All right, so we've got Sam stand there. We're gonna do one more over here, just first, second, and maybe a little like that. Okay, I think that's officially it for the stamp, for the sand. And then there are 2 foliage leaves, and so I think that's what we're going to use on the inside. So pull that guy off, and so one of the things that for the kit, I'm thinking paper pumpkin at the moment. I was going to say, when they do paper pumpkin, when you sign up for a paper pumpkin for the very first time, you get a D block like the one that came in this kit. And then what happens is every stamp that they create for every kit after, it has to fit on the D block. They never makes the stamps be bigger than what the size of the block is. And so I think that's kind of the same concept with these kits. All right, so now this one, both of these use this kind of foliage, and I think just to keep it simple, I'm going to use, you know what, to show you guys both stamps. We'll stamp these 4 with the one, and then we'll stamp the other one with the other one. So let's just see what this looks like. I like to always include, so here's the thing, if you're an avid crafter and you're getting this kit and you're like, I want to zhuzh it up a little bit, you could definitely double matte the inside. If you don't mind that you add a little bit of weight to your card, you could put some pecan pie or coastal cabana, Lost Lagoon. This looks more like Lost Lagoon. You could put a matte in the back and then put another white matte over the top. But for this one, I'm just going to go with it, and we're going to put it right onto the inside of the card. Regardless of how many layers you do for matting on the inside, I still always like to decorate my inside of the card with a focal image that matches the outside. So we've got those 3, and now let's do our last one here, like that. And then we'll stamp off, clean up, and we'll show you what the other stamp looks like so that you can say, oh, I like it or I don't like it. All right, then that guy goes back here, and we'll grab this one. So they have the Memories and More albums in the catalog. If you are looking for something to store your stamps in, you could always get one of those albums to put those in. And then this one, stamp this like that. One more here, and then our last one. See, that's what that looks like. It's pretty. All right, we got a lot going on here. And now, let's see, I gotta think. I'm gonna go take one 30-second stroll around the hive, see if I find artistically inked down here. I wanna say it is upstairs. I'm visually seeing it upstairs at the moment. Okay, let's put this back. We're gonna go find, but Dawn, that was perfect. Artistically inked would be the #1 choice, I think. Okay, Artistically Inked is not here, but I found, hi Penny Powell, coming in late as usual. Chickens, cats, horses, running your life. They are, but they have you. That's amazing that you're there for them. I pulled Wildlife Wonder, you guys. I found sending birthday wishes, which is great. And in the interim, I also found the ink, paper, scissors, you guys. So this is what Mom and I kitted up. And actually, Carol Lee and Gwen stopped in to pick up something, and they offered to help. So we got these kitted up on Tuesday. This class is next week, you guys. I think it's next Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Faker Shaker cards. So that one's a Faker Shaker. That's a Faker Shaker. Those two plus these two. So this is a 4-card class. It's ink, paper, scissors. You get a goodie bag with the embellishments and the ribbon and the designer paper, a 1/4 pack. And so this one's coming up next week. I think I looked at the sign up. There's maybe 10 left for that one. So in case anybody is still needing to get signed up, I'd get signed up now versus waiting till next week. Okay, so we're gonna stamp our sending birthday wishes on the inside of these to make some beautiful birthday cards. All right, let's see if I can stamp them straight on the inside of everyone here. It's always like. Okay, there's 1. 7 more to go. You know, when it comes to stamping, you guys, don't rush. Take your time. Don't be, you know, some people get nervous when they have to put that ink to the paper. If you're a nervous person with stamping, I highly recommend, like that one, get a little bit sideways, but not very noticeable. Practice on your copy paper, you guys. Practice. What I do is I go with the bottom edge and I hold this and I pretend like my words are straight and then I stamp. And if I feel like the back end is coming down a little bit, the next time I practice, I will practice with bringing the back end up a hair and then it gets better. And so I can see on the back here that the stamp is not centered top to bottom. So practice. And I think, Dawn, is it you that sent me the trick with marking it? I think it was. That there's a trick for marking it with using a marker and drawing a line on it. So remember, this one is horizontal, you guys. Now, I have the whole foliage on this side, so I think I'm going to move the sentiment over to the right, to the left a little bit more. Instead of centering it and getting everything squishy on this side, we're going to send some love over on the left side. So there's that one. And that one's good. I love the font. The sending and the wishes are like capitals, and then the birthday is scribbly. Okay, one more here. Cool. I think then we can shut this up and say that we've finished our stamping. And we'll get this cleaned up. So stamps are cool, like them. And nice to have some foliage. Enjoy the day is perfect for anything. Oh, well, here, let's do this first. I thought I was grabbing the chamois first. Okay, so we got that cleaned up. Put this guy away. Now let's have our fun assembling. All right, now we'll open this back up. It did work great, yes. All right. So we do have some of these tags right here. Let's get these prepped. I saw here on the instruction these brown tags right here. they have a little linen thread wrapped around them. And I like to pull in, so definitely could use your glue dots that came in the kit, you guys. I would say, yep, you could definitely do that. But it seems easier to me to just pull out the tear-in tape, and we're going to just put the back, we're going to prep the back with a short piece. And then what we're going to do is put 4 of them over here waiting in the wings so that they're ready, because it's always hard to pick up and put down when you have your hand holding something. And we're going to pick those off. So if you don't have nails, you can always use your pick tool. So you push down and then kind of wedge underneath, and you can get them propped up. So little baby spool here, you guys. I think sometimes the hardest thing with a roll of ribbon like this is finding the end of it. And there it was. It was finally, like, so you guys saw what I did as I started to do an opening, because they kind of get wedged down in the middle like that. So you just gotta find the end of it. It's wrapped around 3 times. So I'm gonna catch my tear-in tape here that I put down, and we're gonna go 1. You can cross it if you want, and then bring it back and not cross the other one. Like, it's completely up to you how you want to see this. If you don't like the look of that and you want to just put them like 3 like that, you could definitely do that. So here's where you could be a little bit creative if you want. I'm going to go like that, I think. Catch the tear-in tape on the back, and now you've got one ready and waiting in the wings, and you just cut that off like that. So that's how I would do that. So let's go ahead and finish off these 3. I hear a kitten in the garage doing something that he probably shouldn't be doing. I heard him jump on my car, actually. All right, so there's another one. And so I love linen thread. If you ask me if I had to pick, if I had 2 to pick for ribbon, linen thread would definitely be one of my most versatile ribbons to use for ribbon. Now it's thread, right, because it's linen thread, but if you go to the ribbon section in the catalog, just linen thread, it can be used on all types of cards. It's very neutral, and it's thin. It's easy to make bows. Let's see, let's go like that and like that. Okay. Linen thread is amazing. And if I had to tell you another one, I don't know if I could tell you another top ribbon. Like, there's a lot of pretty ribbons, but linen thread is amazing. Now, on this one, what they did with these tags is they made like a little loopy back and forth bow looking thing. So what we can do is flip all of these over, and I do the same thing. Hi, Zana. Well, if you miss me on Facebook, I suppose because I do share every video that I do. I do share a link on Facebook in my page so that you can always see you can see when I'm live or when I have a class. So again, 4 waiting in the wing. And what we'll do is we'll pop all these off. Sometimes it's nice to just get under there to get that started. And then you get your nails. So what we're gonna do with this one, if you look at the card here, there's a tail and on 2 loops. It looks like a bow actually, but I don't actually go through the process of making a bow. I go and make my tail up here, and then, oh, it's got to stick though. It's good to have it stick. I still do a lot in Facebook. Like, I create every event. It's just the live is not in Facebook, you guys. We did move away from being live in Facebook back in October, and just because YouTube isn't more open, like, you don't have to necessarily have a YouTube account to watch YouTube videos, where in Facebook, you have to be in Facebook. So there's what I've got, all right? Just kind of loop it back and forth, and we're gonna do that on these as well. So I think once we have the ribbon done on these, that's the bulk of it. Oh, we do have a spotting, you guys, in case you're wondering. No, this way. We've got Bigger Tigger drinking some water, you guys. I knew he was out in the garage roaming around, trying to be stealthy, but I can hear him. All right, so let's keep this going. So linen thread, takes on a mind of its own when it's wrapped on a little roll like that. But it's good to have that tear and tape waiting there so that you can get it done right away, not have to pick up the tear and tape and try to rip it while you're holding the ribbon. All right, so throw another one here. I'm just in the general area where the picture shows it. And so that twisted, make your little loop. Now, if you want to go through the work and process of making a bow and then putting it on here, definitely go for it if you enjoy that. But for me, it's one less step just to pretend to make a bow by doing it like this. And we got one left. And we'll put that little tail here. Loop that back. Loop this. Gotta follow the curve. It has a mind of its own at this point. Okay, and one more little guy here. All right, so that is what we have for all of the linen thread. And you guys can see here, hi Cindy Runtree. There's a little bit left. You could use it however you feel necessary. We've got all of our tags, labels ready. Now let's look at this guy. So we're gonna start with this, and this is where the big leaves come in. So it looks like there's a leaf over here, and then it looks like there's a chair here, and then we're gonna grab one of the brown ones that goes underneath like that, and then one of these. That's for the one card. There's the green leaf. Okay, I'm like, there's more. Wait, the green leaf comes out. Oh, you guys see it? Do you see what I missed? There's a brown leaf right there, stamped. And then you see here, we missed some stamping. That little guy goes right there. So we're gonna have to bring out those stamps again really quick, and we will get that stamping done because we definitely like that leaf coming out the back of that. So see, that's why it's good we didn't put everything away. We left it right here. We can finish that up. All right, so back to our pecan pie color. What are you looking for, kitten? Okay, so let's set this off to the side so we know what we're doing. Pull out the piercing mat again and grab the leaf here. And now I'm just gonna guess, you guys. I'm gonna eyeball. It's gonna go right about here because that's kind of where I see it over there. Like that. All right, now we've gotta slide everything off, sadly, and do this one real quick. All right, so we got that one. Back to the other one. Oh, I should have stamped off. Oh well. All right, let's grab this other guy. You guys, out of every chair that Tigger could possibly pick in the hive, and there are 17 chairs in here, including the one I'm on, he just went and sat at the one by my computer where I'm sitting working. I don't care what chair I'm sitting on. He will find the chair that I'm going to be sitting on. He knows where my computer is, and he's going to be sitting right there. It's adorable. All right, I'm guessing that this is going to go right about here. If I have to guess, you guys, this seems like a good guess to me. So we're going to put one there. Again, this is a vertical card, so make sure you keep it vertical. And then this will go right there. That kitten, though. I was in class on Monday night, and he's very observant of where I am at all times. Like, he looks for me. Like, he'll get distracted and, like, start licking himself and cleaning himself. And then I'll move over here, I'll move over there. And the ladies tell me that he watches me like a little bit of a hawk. Like, he has to know where I am at all times. Like, I never noticed that until they said that. But now he does. He keeps his eyes on me. Well, and I keep my eyes on him, you guys. We had the ribbon for the product shares. My mom cut it last week, Thursday, and Judy came in yesterday to help me roll it up. We had to keep our eyes on that ribbon because if he could have, he would have been wrapped in all of that ribbon and just playing with it like a little baby. All right, now we're back on track. So now we're going to get the stuff situated. So I like to use dimensionals to pop things up as well. And I feel like I love the idea of popping up the top of this, but not the bottom. So when it comes to foliage, oh, I did it the opposite. Duh. Not thinking. And is that going to stick? Yeah, it'll work. Okay. So I like the bottom to be flat, and we're going to pop up the top. And here's the top on this one. And so that's ready to go. We'll pop all these off as well, so they're ready. Yeah, Percy has to lay on your lap while on the laptop. Yes, definitely agree on that one too. If Tigger is near me, he wants to be like definitely on my lap. Okay. He takes up my whole lap, you guys. He is definitely bigger Tigger. And when I get the little honeysuckle here, I'm wondering how that's going to work, because she's like this big and he's bigger Tigger. All right, so that's what we're going to do for dimensionals on these little leaves as well. We're just going to have them ready to go. Okay, these guys as well will also get dimensionals. So let's go through a little process of popping them up. One. You guys, this is how, if you watch me in my lives, I like to prep as much as I can and get whatever I can done in like I call it one fell swoop. Yes, you know, John, that is very true. He probably is worried that we're going to be gone again, going on him, and he doesn't want to be without us. It was a long 2 weeks for him, but the gals took care of him. I had Diane and Chris and Judy were over a bunch, and they helped keep track of him, gave him lots of love, and they watered the flowers while I was gone, and they kept everything afloat while we were gone. Let's see, I'm going to do one more over here and one over here yet. So when you're using tear and tape and you don't take off the waxy part, because I don't want it to be sticky here, you have to be careful though, because it doesn't stick for the dimensional either. So I wanted to make sure I was like getting a dimensional here, but off on the paper so it sticks, because right now it comes off very easy. So I was trying to get off of where the tear and tape. All right, so I think that those are all prepped, kind of taken over my whole space here with this stuff. And then I think I will use liquid glue. I'd love to pop up the chair, but I don't think I'm going to pop up the chair. So we're going to set these here, and let's see here, we need these guys. So we're going to get this one down first, because it looks like I'm not going to press them down so I can still stick my leaf in. So we're going to just kind of, so it's nice having pictures so you can kind of eyeball where things go. I'm going to flip these over. I would definitely, you could use the liquid glue, you guys. I'm sorry, the glue dots, but when it's something like this, it seems much easier for me to put a little bit of liquid glue behind some of them. And then this guy is going to go right like that. Penny, I have a 5-week-old kitten and dislocated her knee on her back. Like, oh my goodness, that's not good. Penny, I'm sorry to hear that. And animals are so hard when they get hurt because they can't tell you. Just like babies, right? And small children, they can't tell you what is hurting or why it's hurting, or, you know, the pain that's there. So it's hard with animals and kids when they get hurt. Oh, and Percy is not happy. Oh, no. All right, so then we're going to put that one here. We've got this guy. We'll put that down. Put one more right there. Get the last little greenie, second last greenie here. So you guys, when it comes to liquid glue, it's a craft glue, so it's very sticky. And I don't even know if you can see how little I'm putting on there. You can see it right there. That's about all I need for this to stick on here. And then one more. Look at my, all these cards blend in so well to my countertop here. All right, so there's that one. We'll put that over here. And then we have this one. Go right about here. We have one more over here. Hi, Jennifer Jones. These cards are so pretty. I think this is one of my favorite kits that they have come out with. I love it. Okay, so this little guy, now what we're going to do with these, let's see the picture here. We're going to put the liquid glue right at the bottom of all 4 of those. And then this is coming out That's why it's great to have a picture. I'm looking like right about here. And then the chair, let's see how this chair is gonna sit. Oh, perfect. Okay, then this one, right about there. This one can go right about here. And you guys, if you're exact every time or if you're off a hair, nobody's gonna know. It's perfect. Okay, so here's the problem with this chair that I see. It's not a problem that we can't solve, but it's flat on top of my popped up sign here, but then over here, there's no height. So it's kind of gonna go crooked unless I choose to put some dimensionals on these chairs. So what I'm gonna do is put a dimensional along these the back of the chair here. So when you get these dimensionals, all you have to do is cut off the edges and work with the sides here. And I know this might be a little bit tedious, but this is how I would pop up that leg right here. I would pop up this side of the chair over here, and when you cut them small enough, they fit right in the open space there. Yeah, Penny got this kit, awesome. And then on this side, you guys, what's gonna happen is you could put, oh, you're gonna need this last little leg here to have a pop-up because it's hanging off the edge as well. And you really almost won't need much else, but I'm gonna put a little line of glue right there. And let's get this down on our first card here. It's sitting right about there. Okay, so like cheese, haha, queso, get it? So we got pop up, pop up, pop up. It's popped up here. Now, the only thing I notice is we've got a dimensional over here, which is making our chair want to bend back over there. So you could, in essence, not have the dimensional right there and just let that kind of hang freely up above there. If you have the glue there, it's going to want to go flat, which is going to be kind of awkward. So I just ripped off the back. And what you could do, just depends on how much tediousness you want. This little, and it depends on how little you want to cut these guys, but this arm up here could use a little support. So you could put that right there. So now you've got the chair basically to the top, the 3 legs up, only part of it here. So guess if we wouldn't have put a dimensional behind here, we wouldn't have had to worry about that, but we did, and that's okay. So up on this one now, we're gonna put a little dimensional way at the top here. Get that to stick. And then we're gonna use our dimensionals here and cut this one in half. And it can be super duper skinny, which is no problem. And then we need 3 chair legs. 1, 2, 3. And then we have enough here for the bottom part of our chair, so it's not hanging off the top. All right. And then we will put that little bit of liquid glue right on the chair part that touches the label. All right, so that's not so bad once we got a process in place here. So this one goes right there. Okay, there's 2. Very nice. All right. So the chairs seem a little bit tedious, guys, but I think we got it. So this one's going to get cut in half here. And I think we got the drill down. We need 1, 2, 3. We'll save that here for this bottom part. A chair leg. A chair leg. And a leg. And then on the top here, just a little small piece. So, I don't know, does this help you guys to see how you can do multiple adhesives on the same thing that you're gluing down? You don't always have to do all liquid glue or all Dimensionals mix and match depending on what height you have going on. There's that one. Looking good. All right, we just have one left, and then we'll work on the last 4. And these came together really nice. So we have here a little strip. That's perfect. We will use that for a leg, and gotta get them skinny enough though. If they're too thick, you're gonna see it come through the edge of the card. All right, this one right here is already cut. Oh, it's not cut over here. Hang on. So we need 1. Oh, there we go. It just came apart. So there's that one. There's that one, and 1 more. And I doubt that we'll have to do this tedious on the next umbrella card. Okay, I got dimensionals sticking on me, so let's, I don't know if we need them or not. All right, so let's get this last one put on. And then here's the deal. Do you want to embellish your card? Do you have a little bit of an embellishment collection at home? I think diamonds would look really pretty on here if you had some rhinestones. So that guy is gonna get a little liquid glue there. And what I'm doing is I'm lining it up with the edge of this white. So this arm covers up the white. So then you don't see the transition between the white and the brown basically. Okay. So diamonds would look really pretty. Oh, no, iridescent pearls. The iridescent pearls would have a little bit of sheen to them. All right, so yay. Okay, guys, we got stuck here. We can get unstuck. We got 4 done, and now we're gonna work on the other 4. I have a feeling that these will go a little bit easier because everything is gonna go flat, I think, on these. I'm not going to save those. Oh man, we need these guys over here. All right, so what we're gonna do is this is going to get glued down first. So we're going to do these guys one by one and a little bit of liquid glue. Leave that like that. It goes right, so that stamped image goes right in the middle of these. All right, so there's the one. Here's this one. And we'll get these all glued down. You guys see I'm not putting glue everywhere. I like things to not be completely adhered to the card too. So that's gonna go there. Here's this one. Oh, ha ha ha, Dawn, good call. So Dawn said that she thinks the chair needs to be stellaed. I would definitely 150% agree with you. So we will do that, and then we have one more here, and we will stella at the end here. The umbrella also will need to get some stella. So let's see if I remember that when the time comes. All right. Then this one goes right there. Okay, so we've got that base done. Then these little leaves are going to be flat at the bottom. So we are going to put a little bit of liquid glue on all of them. And let's just see how this is going to lay down. So, yep, perfect. It'll go right kind of in the middle there. So let's get all those kind of in the center of like the 2 this way. And then one more there, and this last one. So you might have to press down on those. The heat from your finger will help to have the paper bond together. All right, so there's that. And then our umbrella. So is there a front and a back to it? That is the question. I don't really see it. Oh, we will pop this up slightly. This little middle area up here, that could get popped up right there with a half a dimensional. And we've got some half dimensionals just hanging out, waiting to get used here. So let's put that. Hi, Judy Sharp. It is so pretty. I think you guys are all loving this kit. If you had to pick a kit, like this would be a kit that is so relaxing feeling. It's just amazing. Okay, we're gonna cut one little section here for one more dimensional to pop up the umbrella top. Just a little bit. So I don't look at the instructions for how to put adhesive on things. I like to look at it and see how I want things popped up or not popped up. All right, so we're gonna glue the rest of this down. So I'm just gonna run a little bit of liquid glue through there. And our umbrella actually, so we made a little boo-boo here. Our umbrella actually goes behind here. So we're just going to pull that up for a moment and have this umbrella there. We're okay then. So we're gonna have to, it goes behind the shell. I didn't catch that, but we caught it now. So we can always adjust as we need to because it's just lightly glued down. And then we're gonna put a little bit on there. Let's pull this up. And something like that should work. Let's do this guy next. And put a little bit of adhesive right down there. Pull this guy up slightly, get that nestled underneath again. Put that up high. Okay, one left up here. We're gonna pull that back ever so slightly. A little bit of glue. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Better late than never. You guys will never get tardy slips from me for coming in late. We're not in school, really. All right, so now what we're gonna do is pull these off. I think we might be done with that. So I'm gonna shut that. Why are you sticking? There is a little something back here that needs to get off. All right, now this, we gotta make sure that our ribbon is coming out the top and the bottom and not getting stuck behind here when we put this down. And we're going to adhere this right where you want it. I'd say something like that is fine with me. Try to get it straight. Got our ribbon coming out. Don't need to trim any tails, so there's one. All right, so here's my false swoop, you guys. We're gonna pick all these off. Tigger is nestled away, so he shouldn't be jumping up. Oh my gosh, he was so funny yesterday. Judy was working on the ribbon, or the embellishment chair, and he had to like sit right down and like help her, and he accidentally got embellishments stuck to his fur. Poor little boy. We were able to just like gently pull them off, but he was not enjoying having things stuck to his fur. It was funny. All right, so there's that one. And let's see the last one, like that. Now with this, if you are thinking, oh man, I made my little loops here, like look at this. I made my little loops just a little too big. You can see that one's coming down. You still have the ability to pull it and shorten these little loops. If you want them a little shorter, no problem, because of the way you set them up on the back. If they were tied into a bow, your loops would be set. But now what you can do is come through here, like this little tail right here. You pull that, I don't know, hang on, right there. You pull that little tail, and that loop will go a little bit shorter, and that one will go shorter. And now if you think they're too long, you can trim them too. So here, this one, let's make that one just, you grab the end of it, pull it a little shorter. You could pull this one. Okay, because it's just being held together with tear and tape, right? Back there. And then this one, he was a little wonky on me. I think I don't have a choice with him. We're gonna let him be like that. And then, but that's cool with not making a bow for that and doing it the way I did with tear and tape. Okay. Let's see here. We were talking about embellishing. So because the kit has ribbon or like linen thread for its embellishment, so you guys save these little glue dots, keep them handy. They're perfect for when you need to re-put adhesive. So like here, I have this, this gem right here that's been hanging out here. It's lost its stickiness, right? So what you could do is take one of these off and then put that on the back, and now you've just, it's the perfect size glue dot for a baby embellishment, like that. It did roll somewhere. We'll find it in a moment. So, all right. Things are sticking. All right, save those. They come in handy when you need it. These, you guys, find something to make something pretty with them. Got a little bit of dimensionals left. I'm gonna find that gold gem. Oh, there it is, haha. All right, perfect. I'm gonna go get some iridescent pearls, you guys. That is what I'm feeling. Pearls are kind of like beachy to me, right? Because pearls come from the sea. So let's put these away. I'm gonna go grab some iridescent pearls, and we're gonna decorate and embellish these really quick because I like to have ribbon and gems on my card. All right, so you guys can study these. Look at all these pretty cards that we just made. It's only $12.19, so we got them done in about an hour. All right, so one moment. Okay. All right, so I've got here some iridescent. See, these would look really pretty with this if you have these at home. Rhinestones would look good as well. Okay, so let's start with this one. I can see in my mind that one could go here and here, and then I like to put a third one somewhere. It could go right there. All right. If you want to put 5 on, you can put 5. You want 7, go for 7. I know they kind of blend in, but in person you would see there's 1, 2, and then I've got one there. So we're going to do same concept. This is where the pick tool comes in really handy. If you don't have this pick tool, there's a putty end on the one side, and it helps to pick up. What I do is I push and then pick up. So I push it off of the, I push it to the side so it loses its bonding to the acetate, and then as you push to the side, you swoop it up. Swoop it. All right, so there's, I think, oh, and we need to Stella. We're not going to forget to Stella, Dawn. Okay, so we'll put that there. And then on this one, I can see one here, there, and over there. All right, so there's those. And then after you've put your embellishments on, if you choose to add embellishments, pushing them down helps them to stay bonded to the paper. All right, then 2 more here. So if you guys see how I like to process things, I do like the same step. So if you do swap cards ever too, you do the same step each time, and it helps to make it for efficient card making. So you're doing the same motion. All right, so we got that part done. So I'm gonna put these back here. Be very careful when you put embellishments away. You wanna lift up the flap so that you don't catch them and push them off while you're putting them in. All right, so Stella, Ella, Ella. I'm going to, I don't know, that one is so not good right now. So I'm at the point where I need to rehydrate. Ooh, this one might have some. Yes, okay. So definitely you can Stella your umbrella. These would be fun to, you know, you could just do the whole thing. I think I need to squish a little. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're going to embellish. Now, if you feel that your umbrella needs a little help, like the ends, but it's super cool to have things not completely tied down to a card because then it looks 3D-ish, right? Okay, so when I squeeze on my Stella, the umbrella would be so pretty. Yes, I agree. The umbrella and the chair would be pretty for a die set. Definitely. They used to have the chair. Jean Maxwell, I don't know if you're watching, you helped me say it, a rock-a-knock chair. Somebody put it in here in the last video, in a video, not the last one, but in a previous video, and a rock-a-knock chair. And we're gonna do this guy. All right, and then I don't know if I did this one yet. You can just go over the tops of these. All right, get them stellaed. And then the chair is what we said. Oh, this leafy thing could get it too. And then the chair, you guys. So you could always Stella. I don't like that one anymore either. You guys, I have all these spent Stellas, and I need to either, you can hear that? Oh, that might be good. I heard something. So once you rehydrate Stella about 3 times, then it's time to put her to bed, right? She needs to have her proper burial, and thank her for her services and move on to the next Stella. But you can rehydrate Stella. Give her, it's called Stella CPR. We did a video on it. If you go to my page, you can pull out this black chamber and you add rubbing alcohol to it. And you can rehydrate Stella about 3 times. She has about 3 lives in her. And after that's it, then you need to say goodbye to her and let another Stella come in and take her place so that you can get some Stellarific cards going. But you want to always never squeeze, so I should say you should never squeeze Stella over your project. I always like go like this and Stella squeeze it, because if she has a blowout, you don't want it to blow out and end up all over your card, guys. Okay, Adirondack. Adirondack. Okay, so I have sometimes hard, words are hard sometimes for me. That's one of them. The Arella Borealis too, that's a hard one for me. Like, I can say Northern Lights, no problem, you guys. But if you want me to say the Arella Borealis, that one, my gals make fun of me so bad because it is not right. I butcher it. But the Adirondack. I can see the letters all, like, I know what letters they are, and it's perfect, Susan Wormley, how you put that. Adirondack. Okay. All right. I think I got it. Adirondack. Hi, Jeannie Parker. All right. So Stella needs to be, I need to investigate the Stella situation. As you can see here, you guys, I have 4 of them here. They need to be surgery before tonight. So I have some fresh Stella. But you know what? Tonight, you guys, the fishing cards, they don't really need Stella because they're so nice without Stella. They're actually good. But we could Stella our fish, I think, if we wanted to. Just going right over the top of it with this other one. Okay. How were they, guys? You like these cards? I think they hit a home run with these cards. I think that anybody would love to receive a card like this. If you get glue, like I noticed my umbrella here left a little residual glue here, you just need to take your adhesive eraser and get rid of it. You can get rid of it using that. You guys, I have these in my adhesive basket here. Stampin' Up! Used to sell them, a few years ago. They let them go. If you need one mailed in a package that you have, like let's say you can't find them or you want one and you want the easy button, I think they're like $3, and I put them into your package, and I wouldn't even add anything extra for shipping because it's really not going to change the weight of your package. So if you have a class going out to me and you need an adhesive eraser or an ink eraser, all you got to do is reach out to me. I can help hook a girl up or a person up, and we go from there. I'm going to go back and do these again. All right. Jennifer loves them. Dawn loves them. Add alcohol. Yeah, I know. It takes time, Jennifer. I know that adding, everything takes time, you guys. Oh, it all takes time. Sweet, precious time. All right, so got to take the 5 minutes and rehydrate my Stellas, you guys. So, all right. I don't know. I like them both, but I do like the umbrella. If I had to pick one, I would pick this one over this one, but not by a lot. I do love that background on here, but I just love something about the thought of being under an umbrella, reading a book, listening to music, watching the waves, and this makes me feel like I'm on the beach, enjoying some sun. I can say ambulance. Ambulance is fine. Yes, I can say ambulance. Adirondack. It's like 4 syllables. Adirondack. Okay, and the Arella Borealis. You guys say that 10 times fast. All right, you guys. I think we accomplished our mission. That was pretty. Just look at that one more time. Let's get rid of the purple. Let's get that out of there just so you guys can see only these beautiful cards, these beautiful, delicious cards. All right, that's what we just did today, you guys. We started around 11 and we talked and jibber-jabbered for a little bit, but we really got through all these cards in about an hour. So that's why kits are amazing and great for you in case you need a quick, easy card on the fly. Having one of these in your stash to make it's beautiful, right? And it's still handmade. Even though Stampin' Up! Did a lot of the work for you, like with the die cuts and the pretty colored paper, it's still handmade, right? It's still a handmade greeting card, and it may not have you doing all of the work of the die cutting and the embossing or the prep work, but it's still handmade, and the person that you're giving it to still knows that it's handmade, and they don't know or necessarily care how much time you did or didn't put into it. And so that's why when you need a card on the fly really fast like this, having this particular kit would be awesome to like, oh my gosh, I just need a card, pull it out, make it, and be done. These would be perfect graduation cards. It would be a retirement card, thinking of you, thank you, get well. Even this one, I could see this being a sympathy card if you needed a quick sympathy card, because you could put with sympathy there, and it's pretty, right? Especially if you knew that the person loved the beach and loved like the outdoors with the sun and fun in the sun. These are all occasion cards. So I'm going to definitely get another one. I think I'm going to get another one and make a lot more birthday cards. So Jennifer says she loves the umbrella one too. Me too. So Penny, I was wondering what you were saying with ambulance. You can't say ambulance. And so now I understand why you put that. I'm like, I can say, I'm like, I didn't know if you said you can. I'm like, okay, well, ambulance is an easy one. But my friend Mandy, she can't say Coors, right? So like there's the beer Coors, like Coors Light. She says Corals, and she puts an L in it. And it's like, as many times you say Coors, it's corals. So, you know, words are hard sometimes, you guys, right? So, all right. And then don't forget, you guys, with this kit, it also came with all these pretty, beautiful envelopes. So imagine opening this up, and you get this in the mail like that. And then you open it up, it's like, oh my goodness, it all matches. So pretty, so exciting. So the little things that make us happy, right? Matchy, matchy. All right. So you guys, I'm going to let you go. We have class tonight at 6 o'clock. We already went over the cards we're making, the fishing ones. I've got it all set up and ready to go. I have some Stampin' Up! Paraphernalia to share with you too from my trip. And we'll go over that. I might have some Happy Mail because Penny Powell, a card arrived in the mail from you today. I haven't opened it though, so I can't tell you what it's for. I know it's for classes. I just don't know which check he sent. So I will read that, and then I'll share a couple of I know there's 2 letters that came in the mail today. I think Linda Kester, yours came maybe, something like that. Possibly, yes. I think it was Linda. So I will let you guys know what came, and then I'll share that Happy Meal with you guys tonight. So until then, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. We'll see you later. I'm going to count to 10 in case it cuts out early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Love you long.